And this is another old song called Hot Cross Buns. By the way, did anybody remember the name of the song that they just played? Young lady right there.
Mary Had a Little Lamb.
If you were going to say Mary Had a Little Lamb, would you touch your shoulders? You would be correct. That was Mary Had a Little Lamb. Now the Winds will play another old song you will recognize. It's called Hot Cross Buns. Winds and percussion. Up. 1, 2, 3, go. Next year you can choose an instrument. You have the choice of violin. Violins, would you raise your instruments up nice and high? Those are violins. Thank you. You may put them down. It's number 34, Natalie's Rose. Viola is another choice you might have. Violas, raise up your instruments so they can see. Violas are slightly bigger than violins. But if you really like the strings, thank you, violas, and you want to play a really big one, look in the back. Cellos, can someone hold up their cello? Those are the really big instruments, so of course they're going to sound very low. Now, 4th and 5th graders, I'm not leaving you out. If you're in 4th grade, you can play an instrument with us next year. If you're in 5th grade, you may choose to play an instrument at your middle school. Mr. Adamson, Mr. Amon, Ms. Holloway, and Mr. Hirschman Rossi will be happy to teach you an instrument in 6th grade. All right, strings. Natalie's Rose and up. Okay, put them down for just a second. Go ahead and fix that. Sometimes something unexpected happens, so we have to wait just a second. Jack, can you share with Jacob today? And thank you for working from the way it's so light today. Remember to sit up nice and tall. It's okay. Just share with Jacob for right now. And then you can fix it when we're done. All right, strings, here we go. Up. 1, 2, 3, go. percussion. Percussion is anything that you hit or shake. Percussion, hold up your sticks. They're going to play their bells with their mallets. We call those sticks mallets. Would you just tap your bells for a second? There you go, and stop. Thank you. Did you see how they all stopped together? This means stop. This is how a conductor tells the orchestra to stop. So, the song we're going to play is called A la Rueda, which, correct me if I'm wrong, is Spanish for the wheel. All right, you will hear the woodwinds first, then everybody, and then the brass. Here we go. Up. Woodwinds start. 1, 2, 3, go. Lament. A lament is a sad, sad song. So see if this song sounds sad to you. Here we go. 57. Just put it on the ground. Here we go. And up. 57. One, two, and go. Touch your nose. Good. Put your hands down. I'm going to tell Mrs. Schlafer what a smart crew you are. It is two people or two groups. So you're going to hear two groups playing. Okay? This is called Love Somebody. It's an old folk song. And up. A starts. 1, 2, here we go. 4 times A. Just an A. Wait till I say go. Ready, go. A. Stop. If you're a viola or a cello, would you play a D 4 times? Ready, go. Great. Now, when they play their separate notes, they sound good. But wait till you hear it when they play it together. Violins, would you play your A, and cellos and violas play your D. 1, 2, here we go. Beautiful. It gives it a nice, rich sound to an orchestra. So listen for that richness. Here we go. Lightly row. Up. Percussionists, you should be sitting down. Eyes should be on me. 1, 2, here we go.